Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Microsoft Africa Development Center. Today is an exciting day. We are at the closing ceremony of the Game of Learners Season 4. The students, you have done it. This is what you have all been waiting for. Welcome, everybody. It has been 4 years of learning Game of Learners. We started with students just from Kenya. We went to students from Kenya and Nigeria. This season, we have students from 11 countries in Africa, and we'll be telling you more about that. Now, in this finale, you might be thinking that it's over, Game of Learners is over. No, the end of a thing is usually the beginning of another, and for the students, well done. You have done it. But this is the beginning of an exciting journey of learning. And we have 2 finalists. We had 16 teams that all presented their projects, but today, 2 teams will be presenting in front of this live panel of judges. We want to know who these teams are so that they can get some time to prepare their pitches. And right now, I want to welcome Ruth Farland to announce the 2 teams. Welcome, Ruth.
Welcome. It's good to see all the faces that I've been seeing on video over here. Okay, so for those of you that... As it is, I'm already loud, so I have to kind of lower it down, right? So for those of you that don't know, there were multiple judging that happened. We have 28 judges total this season, and all 16 teams went through several judging. And for those of you that don't know, the way Game of Learners is set up is like a sports league. So if you're familiar with brackets, you know, when it goes to playoffs and things like that, that's how it's set up. So when all of the submissions completed after 5 weeks of hacking, they went through multiple iterations of matchups, okay? There were a total of 7 rounds of matchups. And a team has to lose twice to get eliminated out of a round, all right? So we have a Division A, just like in the sports, a Division A, and there's a Division B, and we have winner for each division. Now, the judges that you see right here in front of you are going to watch live pitch for these teams. All right, so I'm just prepping up. This is what to expect. Now, the 2 teams that won in the division is in Division A, it's Team Ruby. Stand up. Team Ruby, come on, stand up. I want you to front and center, Team Ruby, please. Yes. All right, and the other team is in Division B is Team Medimind. Where is that team? I know we have a representative. Oh, we have, so this team, where I'm gonna have you stand over there. This team is all over. So predominantly, many of the team members are outside Kenya, so she is the only one that's able to represent for the team. But because this is a hybrid approach, we are going to project them on the screen so that you get to see the rest of the team. Now, I'm gonna let them go so that they can practice their pitch. Okay, so for you guys, what you have to know is that you have 3 minutes, and I will time it, and I will cut you off, okay? So you have 3 minutes to talk about your project, and then the judges will have 5 to 6 minutes to do their Q&A, to ask you questions. Then after that, I will take them away, and then the rest of the program will be run by Lydia. So without further ado, I'm gonna take them out, then we start.
Thank you, Ruth Farland. Ruth created the game of learners, and it's so exciting to see the two teams today. I did not introduce myself. My name is Lydia Karanja, and I lead the Microsoft Garage East Africa. The Garage is our innovation department. It's a program that drives a culture of innovation at Microsoft, and we have programs for students and developers, startups, and Microsoft customers as well. Now, today's program, we are going to start with some keynote speeches, and then we'll go into Game of Learners highlights. You'll get to understand really what are the statistics, who participated, what is the problem statement. And then I will talk to you about the judging rubric. Ruth has said that there were 16 judges, 28 judges rather. What were they looking for? I'll take you through that. And then we will have the finalists who have just gone outside come back here and pitch live. For one of the teams, they'll be pitching live on Teams. And the others, because most of them are here, they'll be right here in front. After that, we will go into the background of Game of Learners. So once they pitch, the judges will go outside to deliberate, and the rest of us, we will see what really happened. It's a 5-week hackathon. What happened every week, and how did these teams come about getting their amazing projects? And then there's a surprise announcement. So stay tuned for that. And Ruth will be talking about the team playoffs. I know most of you are wondering what really happened. You will see how each team get to win in their divisions. Who are they competing against? We will have that live. And there are other winning categories. So don't you worry. There's still a chance that you will go home with something, because we have 3 other categories and we have winners for each, and I'll be announcing that. And finally, the moment you've been waiting for, we will announce the winner of Game of Learners Season 4. It's one of the two. After that, we will go into a session of networking and happy hour and some music, and we will all culminate this day with some fun. Without further ado, I'd like to welcome our first keynote speaker, and that is Kathy Muraga, the Managing Director, Microsoft Africa Development Center.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Lydia had me at fun, and we'll all go home with something. So I'm looking forward, no pressure. Representative from Ministry of Health, I believe, Elizabeth Wangia, Directorate Health Financing. Our partners, Population Services International, PSI, Wycliffe Wawero, I almost said Dr. Wycliffe Wawero. Global Deputy Director, Digital Health and Monitoring, Karibu. Representative from AMREF, Dr. Catherine Canary, Universal Health Lead, AMREF Health Innovations. We have representative from Jomo Kenyatta University, JKUAT, Dr. Kimwele, and I also saw Dr. Waititu. We also have a representative from Palladium, Dr. Jacob Odhiambo. I don't know if he's present. Okay, that's fine. Fellow judges, Microsoft staff. By the way, if you're a Microsoftie, you volunteered, or you're just in the room, please stand. If you're standing, please up your hand. I know there are several. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for your time, volunteering, ideas, and everything that you do. To all season participants, the students, congratulations for putting in the work, the 5 weeks, balancing school, life, friends, exams, what else? And all things in between. What did you say? Maandamano, wow. What this tells me, you've grown a muscle called grit. What is grit? Sorry? I can see you answering. I'm going to walk up to you. What is grit?
I was thinking of greatness requires internal toughness.
Greatness requires internal toughness. I've learned something new there. Grit. It's also taught you a lot of things. And as I reflect on the few booths that I went to, a couple of things came to mind. And I'm excited that today we have faculty members from universities, and I want to believe some are joining online. Something for you to reflect. As I went through those two, I think I went to 2-3 booths, a couple of things I was just chatting with Dr. Waitito for your consideration, and also the students perhaps nudge your lecturers for this to be taught. Art of storytelling. So I could see the passion about your project, but it was not coming out in your presentation skills. Let us do something about that. Something else that I thought it's key to think about, monetization. How do we monetize all these ideas? And let's not leave it also only to the students who are studying business. There's a reason why we put our heart and soul into this. You want to sell it. What are the monetization opportunities? I believe that's an opportunity that needs to be taught. Why am I excited about Game of Learners? As Lydia said, this was conceived during COVID, and I'm very excited. Ruth, where are you? I think she's gone out with the 2 teams. Very excited about, this is season 4, and it's the first one we are hosting at this facility. So we're looking forward to picking the lessons, things we need to improve, and you can only get better from here. GOL reminds me of the need to be lifelong learners. And that is what Microsoft calls growth mindset. For those who love reading books, I propose reading the book by Satya Nadella, Hit Refresh. Talks a lot about, gives you a sneak preview of the Microsoft culture. And one of the things that we embody is a growth mindset, a lifelong learner. And the other day I was learning that you can actually learn how to learn. Yeah, I thought that it was interesting. Oftentimes we think we only learn when we're in school or a formal training, a formal conference, whereas it's true, but also learning can be you're listening to me, you've picked something that you didn't know. Food for thought. And oftentimes I hear people say, but Catherine, where is the time? But what happens when you're not sharpening your skills as often as you should? Especially if you're young in career or even old in career. What happens when you're not sharpening your saw? I thought to end this with submitting, what am I learning? And tying it back to some of the recent announcements by Microsoft. I'm learning AI. And why AI? I remember some revolutions that have happened, at least some we've read about, some we are old enough to have witnessed. Remember when, or you may have read about this, when engines used to use steam, then moved to electricity. What happened? Factories now could run on shift, right? Another key revolution was internet, cloud. And with big tech revolutions, there's always the fear of, will these things replace jobs? But data has shown there are new career paths, courtesy of cloud, courtesy of the internet. There's an article by a Stanford professor, which I posted on my Twitter at Simuraga and also on LinkedIn. I really liked it. It's a podcast, but the transcript is also there. The professor submits many things, and some of the things that I took away is the possible impact of AI on work, the worker, and the workplace. For example, you may have seen Microsoft launched Copilot on GitHub. GitHub is a platform where it's a code repository, right? Courtesy of Copilot, so we've moved from autopilot, now we have Copilot. When you have Copilot, it can teach you, it can tell you how to code, and it can even explain code for you. Why is it important to be explained for code? At times, when you join organizations that have been existing for many years, you find code that was written by people who maybe 10, 15 years ago. You're like, what does this code mean? It can explain it to you. So you can see the shift in terms of what is AI doing at work, at the workplace. Another submission, again on Copilot being released on productivity tools. In my former life before I joined Microsoft, every quarter I had to make a presentation to the board on PowerPoint. With Copilot, you can tell it, give me a 5 slides presentation on this topic. So it takes away the mundane work. Another thing this gentleman submits in this article, I encourage you to read it. I found it insightful. He talked about, oftentimes, we look at senior managers in an organization as repositories for knowledge. And as we should, our seniors. But I don't know how many of you have played with Bing that now has AI or ChatGPT. You post on it a question, like the other day I was joking with my son. So my son lost his school shoes. Then I could tell he's struggling to give me an apology. So I took my laptop, Bing, it's already Bing with AI. I told him, a son apologizing, write a heartfelt letter to your mom, apologizing about the loss of your shoes. He didn't know what I was doing. Then I gave it to him. I told him, please read this and read it loud. I just loved the way it wrote it because it was truly heartfelt. And I told him, oh, thank you. What is my point, ladies and gentlemen? When you look at the internet, cloud, and then AI, especially cloud, when it came out, it was out there, amorphous, and at some point you're wondering, which cloud? Is it the white clouds? What is it? But here we have AI, ChatGPT being AI. Anyone can play with that thing. Please, if you find time for TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, etc., please make time to tinker with this thing and learn something new. And with that, I look forward to closing this season 4. And more importantly, for the students, what have you learned? And let the learning not stop here. Embrace lifelong learning. Where I come from, I have to say that slowly. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Are you learning? And if not, are you learning how to learn? It's a good one. Our next speaker is Dr. Elizabeth Wangia from the Ministry of Health. Welcome, Dr. Elizabeth.
So thank you so much. As you heard, I'm a doctor, not so much in the tech industry, but we are trying to catch up. We are trying to, as much as possible, to catch up with, all the moving pieces here and there. So for me, I would really, first of all, like to congratulate all of you for coming this far. Even if there are 2 finalists, all of you are winners in your own capacity. And I walked through a number of sessions, had young minds really trying to come up with solutions towards the existing you can hear me? Yeah. Towards the existing problems that lie within the health sector. I would like to say such ideas are quite timely. Within the health sector right now, we are really thinking a lot about innovation. We don't want to do things, what we call business as usual. We are trying to see how can we, use innovation, use some of this technology even to save us. Because, it's not all about saying that we need additional resources, say money to solve, to give quality healthcare. Just by the fact that you can use technology is enough to save us a lot of resources. We saw a lot of issues to do with self-care during COVID time. And if you remember our former cabinet secretary, when he said he's now leaving everything up to you. If you want to wear a mask during the COVID time, wear a mask. So the whole idea of self-care came into place. And when you look at technology, the question is, how can you use technology for self-care? We know we have so many apps. The ladies, I'm sure, have apps to monitor their menstrual cycles. We have apps for exercise. There are even these apps to monitor your calories. And when I look at all that and all these innovations you have been bringing in place, I ask myself, with this focus, we saw the challenge had something to do with primary healthcare. And that's what primary healthcare is all about, taking charge of your health. Knowing that if I drink dirty water, I'll fall sick. So I won't drink this dirty water. And they like, so part of taking charge of your healthcare involves being able to track all these things that you do on a day-to-day basis. We know we have apps that can even monitor your oxygen. I can monitor my oxygen just from my phone right now, even from my watch. I can do that. I can monitor my heartbeat. And if we have some of these technologies that can really pick in from some of these things, you really don't need to probably go to a doctor and tell them that this is how I've been feeling, this is how my blood pressure is. All this information has been coming in, so by the time they get to you, they have all this information. They're like, I can see last week, 2 weeks ago, you were able to, your pressure was like this, your oxygen was like this, and it becomes more of a discussion and really focused. So for me, some of these technologies I've seen like they have a big place, even as we build our technology, our health system. The other thing I would like to say is that the current, we are government, so we must say the current government. It's a common thing, those who know us say that we are really focused on technology. And if you have had maybe other discussions, maybe, young people probably don't watch news and they would rather be doing other things than, going on Twitter. But there have been all these discussions around even using blockchain technology. In health, we have a lot of data. If there's something we have, is data. So in whatever solution you're thinking of, think of how can we bring all this data together? How can we bring all this information together into something more useful? Finally, I've talked about linking the apps. Even use of machine learning is good, especially when you have all this data. The other thing we're really emphasizing on is patient-level data. We want patients to be able to have their data in their hand. And I can assure you that is something we are prioritizing. In the next maybe few months or a year, it may not be a story, it will be a reality, that you'll be able to get all of your information, at your hand. So for me, I see this as a good opportunity. I like when young minds are put, when young people use their young minds for creative things, because, an idle mind is the devil's workshop. The moment they're idle, they are thinking of other things, but they'll rather be working on such things. So for me, it's just to encourage you, don't stop where you are, even if you are not amongst the leaders, the top two. Keep going, keep trying to invent. And when you're thinking of coming up with a solution, think of maybe increasing the number of people who can be in your team, who have maybe a background. Because I saw in some teams, I didn't see those who had a team, like say, even someone with some medical knowledge or something, because that will really make you have a solution that makes sense. Because some of the solutions, you could hear they are good, but when you look at them, when you hear them, you're like, okay, maybe theoretically, but you need to work a bit on the practicality of it. So with that, I would really want also to thank the Game of Learners team. Ruth, I'm told you have been doing a very good job. Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Elizabeth, for reminding us the role of technology in the healthcare industry. My question is it okay to use ChatGPT to look up our symptoms? Probably not. Okay, our next speaker is from Population Services International, one of our sponsors, and that is Wycliffe Waweru. Welcome.
Thanks. Hi, everyone. My name is Wycliffe Waweru, as you heard. I work with PSI. We're a global health NGO that works in consumer-powered healthcare, trying to get consumers access to the health information products and services that they require. And the team I am on works in digital health, so developing digital solutions that provide consumers that access to healthcare and make it easier for them to access healthcare. Our team is primarily headquartered in Nairobi, even though we are a global organization. Our digital health team actually sits across the road, across Waiyaki Way, on that side. We have 30-something members of the team who sit there, and part of them were here. I know some of you interacted. Well, the Game of Learners participants interacted with some of our team during the training. You know, we spoke to you about using data for identifying what the problem is. We talked to you about how to use digital development design principles, you know, how to do user-centered design, and ultimately focusing also on customer acquisition. And I think the thing that excited me is, as I was walking around today, I actually saw that you not only listened to us, you ingested that information and applied it practically, right? I could see that from the solutions that you are developing, you had actually thought about the needs of the user. You had thought about what the actual problem is. You presented the data to give a justification for your solution, and that was really exciting. You know, we've been asking ourselves, why is this Game of Learners challenge focused on health? And as you presented to us, health is a serious concern on the continent. There are many challenges that we face, but the solutions that you're beginning to develop will enable Africa as a continent to leapfrog, you know, some of the to leapfrog the problems that we have and actually get tangible solutions that will impact our outcomes. I recognize that, you know, last month actually the Africa CDC launched their digital transformation strategy. So it's not just, you know, Microsoft, PSI, AMREF, and the universities pitching a solution, right? Africa CDC supports ministries of health across the continent in adapting standards and improving how they provide services to the populations that they serve. And so the digital transformation strategy really talked about the need for us to use technology, to use innovative approaches. And the part I liked the best was they spoke about experimentation, because not every solution or every idea that we have of how technology can solve problems will actually work. But if we have that mentality of experimentation, I think will really just help us figure out quickly, learn quickly, fail quickly, and understand what can work for our consumers. We got into this partnership, you know, with Microsoft, with AMREF, with some of the public universities that are across the table, because we recognized that there was a challenge, and often that stems from how the training is conducted. Not that the training is done wrong, but often, and I think Doc pointed this out, that the technology teams are trained in a technology bubble, and the health teams are trained in a health bubble. And you know, the health teams don't know that technology can solve a problem for them. And the technology teams sometimes may not know how to solve health problems, right? And so when we got into this partnership and also in engagement with MOH, we thought, can we break the silo between technology and health and work together as a coalition of partners who can then improve how learning around digital health happens. And that's what really Game of Learners represents. It's a first step within a broader program that we're working on together. But I'm really excited about this first step we've taken, because it's proving to me that the minds in the room, you know, we've seen talent. We've seen raw talent being demonstrated here, right? We've seen really innovative solutions that are not single track, that are very integrated, but most importantly, that are driving towards addressing the needs of our consumers, addressing the needs of, you know, the mwananchi, as we say in Kenya, out there. So I'm really excited about this, and I'm just looking forward to this as a beginning, first for you, that as you're beginning to think about what is the path I will take in my career, you already know what the problem is, you already know what the skills are, you know, and as Akmidi said, you know, give me somewhere to stand and I'll move the earth. I'm really looking forward to seeing how much you will move the earth. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Wycliffe, for reminding us to always learn quickly, fail quickly. That is a mindset that is part of our culture here in Microsoft and at the garage, where we embrace a culture of growth mindset. Thank you so much for that. This session is being live streamed on YouTube and on Facebook. And if you want to follow this online, use the hashtag Game of Learners Season 4, hashtag GOL Season 4, sorry, or Game of Learners, hashtag Microsoft ADC. And you'll be able to follow the live session. Our next speaker is Dr. Catherine Canary from Amref Health Africa. Welcome, Dr. Catherine.
It's very hard to come after strong, yeah, but all protocols observed, that's my name. And so I find myself privileged to be here and humbled to be here. Me, when I interact with young minds, I feel young. I just wasn't given the dress code. I'd have come with that dress code. But it has been a pleasure, and it was very good to hear these speeches, because when we look at life, we are here now, we need to prepare for the future. And when I look at health and tech, again, as Wycliffe has pointed out, it's so much a bubble and a bubble, so we need to marry the two. So as Team Amref, we look at solutions for Africa. And that's one of the challenges I want to throw back at the learners and at the solutions that have been proposed. When you look at that solution, look at how it will help the continent, because I felt like some of them were very skewed to one country or the other. We mostly have the same problems in Africa, and we are in a resource-poor setting, so most of our challenges in health are similar. So think about it that way. I like what Kathy said about monetization. And one of the things I read, I can't remember when, was when Richard Branson was saying how he came up with his business name. It's a name that can then be recognized world over. It's not a Swahili name, it can be African, but look at it in a monetization way. And the world is your oyster. By the way, you don't even have to stop at Africa. You can go anywhere with your solutions. So think broadly in terms of a lasting change in tech and health. And so the other thing I just want to mention is that health and tech are not static, so they change every day. And so we need to keep up with the solutions of the day and with the statistics we know of the day. And so that's a thing that I'd encourage people. When you're coming up with a solution, do as much research out there as to what exists in the world, and then tailor your solution to that problem and to that knowledge in terms of what is in existence. And lastly, I'm a person of very few words. So I think somebody has also summarized it as learn quickly and fail quickly. I'll summarize it as this. The illiterate of this century are always the ones who will not have the capacity to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Because what you know today changes tomorrow. I won't say my age, but we were in the age where Kathy was speaking about. I think growing up, we knew paper records only. We only knew paper. We wrote with pens and paper. Computers were things that were very far-fetched. Look at us now. I'm here trying to look at my points. I can't do without this. And so learn, unlearn, and relearn. Yeah. So even with your solution, learn, unlearn, and relearn. Contextualize what is there within that context and proceed as such. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for that. And thank you for reminding us to think global. You know, someone once said that we are Africans and Africa is our business. But from what Dr. Catherine has said, we are Africans and the world is our business. The projects coming out of Africa have the capability to solve problems that people all over the world are experiencing. Here at ADC, our slogan is local innovation, global impact. So even the projects coming out of Game of Learners, they are amazing. And I cannot wait for your mind to be blown as we get closer to seeing the pitches from the finalists. Now, I had mentioned that we had representatives from 11 countries in Africa. We had 5 countries from Eastern Africa, 4 from West Africa, and 2 from Southern Africa. Game of Learners, is it global? Do you say it's Africa-wide? Well, we have gone over and above, and it's just beginning. We had 80 participants, 80 students participated in Game of Learners Season 4, and we had 16 teams. Each team had 5 people. From 51 universities from all over Africa in the countries I have mentioned, and we had 32 coaches, 20 trainers, and 28 judges. And the coaches, trainers, and judges are volunteers from Microsoft ADC. Software engineers, program managers, other specialists who took their time despite their busy schedule and said, I will be helping the Game of Learners participants move their projects forward. And we really want to thank all the volunteers for the great work that you have done. I can see you here today. Thank you so much for making this possible. The theme for this season was on access to primary health care. And I'm going to share the problem statement or the challenge statement that the teams were working on. We all know what happens during a hackathon. You're given a challenge statement that then you ideate, you hack, you test, and then you get to pitch to a sponsor. And the teams went through all the stages of innovation and came up with amazing solutions. So the challenge statement is, healthcare systems in Africa face challenges including inadequate health infrastructure, shortage of healthcare personnel, limited access to essential medicine, low health literacy, and poor health-seeking behavior. This makes it difficult for individuals and communities to receive quality primary health care. The increasing access to affordable digital technology provides an opportunity to address these challenges. How can innovations in digital technology improve consumers' health to health information, product, and health services? That is the challenge that the 16 teams were working on for the 5 weeks. And we had different rounds of judges. We had 28 judges in total. And the judges were looking at, has this team made something? Have they presented something? And all the teams were able to make something. A lot of applause for them. The other thing the judges were looking at, I have already given you the challenge. Has the team addressed the challenge? And who is the primary customer? Is there a customer focus? You cannot solve a problem for everybody. You have to say who you're solving that problem for. What is the business value and the feasibility of the project? And the judges were also looking at inclusion. And you can see the weight given to every criteria. And some of the judges, I was one of the judges, and it was really hard. It was not an easy job to come up with the winner. And now we have judges in front of us today that are going to be giving us the winner of Game of Learners Season 4. I would like to invite Ruth to tell us who the judges are and the organizations they are representing. Ruth seems to have stepped outside. Okay, so these are the final judges.
I'm trying to get the people that are going to pitch in front of you, so I'm wrangling them over here. So, everyone, so you've noticed we have our judges right in the front and center over here. You've heard them speak. The ones that, so Catherine is Kathy. Kathy is our managing director in here. You've heard of Wycliffe, and he spoke to you guys from PSI. Dr. Catherine from AMREF. Dr. Elizabeth from Ministry of Health. And Dr. Michael, he is from JQuat, and Dr. Jacob from Palladium. And so this is a great representation of the folks that will be able to watch the pitch and really judge the last two. All right. So as we had announced earlier, this is the two top finalists. And the way we got here is that in multiple face-offs, right, of judging. 28 judges in total. And I'm trying to buy some time so that they can come over here. Before I go to the next part, they should be coming in soon. Here we are, and then the other folks. And so we have, let me tell you a little bit of story about one of them, right? The Team Ruby was actually, that's in Division A, and their replacement teams, and they didn't get to start going until the 3rd week. So as many people that have participated for the Game of Learners, it's a 5-week hackathon, and it's super busy. There's every day you have to meet and so forth. And this team, the team captain dropped out, then the rest of the team started dropping out. So we had to replace the entire team. So come the 3rd week, that's when the team that you're seeing that has now. So yeah, so that's why to them it was like, wow, what? Yes, because compared to the other teams, they've only been really a team for 3 weeks instead of 5 weeks. Now, Medimind, who is the winner of Division B, they are they only have one person in Kenya. So the challenges usually in this one, in the Game of Learners, is that they have to coordinate time and sometimes time zones, right? So 2 hours away, sometimes 3 hours because some of them are in Ghana, and trying to juggle with time management, with classes, because they're all full-time students, with exams, and that's what really they learned from Game of Learners for the most part, the soft skills. Because in the real world, when they go work out there, that's what they have to struggle with, right? Not everything drops because you're taking an exam, right? So that's that is the Medimind. The biggest challenge had been coordinating the time zone and getting everybody in place. The team captain, for example, is Stephen in Nigeria. So I'm wondering if he's even online, because we're trying to get them here. So if anyone out there, where is, I'm trying to get the teams over here because we need to do the toss. So the next one is, we're going to do the coin toss. You guys know what this is, right? So I'm going to ask the team when they come in here. Oh, you're both here. Okay, let's get going, guys. Let's go. This is Team Ruby. So I need the captain of Team Ruby, front and center, please. And no, just the captain. And I need a representative of Medimind, front and center, please. Okay. With Team Ruby, the one with the best record, you get to choose heads or tail. Heads, your tail. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to toss. We're going to toss a coin. I'm going to let it drop on the floor, and we're going to see what it is. Whoever wins, heads or tail, will get to choose who goes first and who goes second. So if you win and you say, nope, I'd rather go second, then you go first. Cool? All right. Let's do this. I'm going to hold. Can you hold that for me? I'm loud anyway already. So, oops. That was not the right one. All right. Yes, that's 20. That's tail. So tail, first or second? You want to go first? Awesome. All right. So come over here, front and center. You can go first. Go ahead. Take this, and you can wait over there with your team. So you have 3 minutes. I will start the timer.
Uh, my name is Joy. I'm from Team Medimind. We were working on a EHR, an electronic health record. The main problem we saw is that when people go to hospitals, for example, you see like Kenyatta, when you go to hospital, you're supposed to see a doctor, and there is a consultation part where you go, and the records are put on manual, paper-based, meaning there is easy loss of data. And in case you are sick, when you want to visit a new hospital, you will go to a hospital without your record. So the doctor might give you medication which is not required. So we decided to create a EHR an electronic health record which stores data. It creates, for example, you're a new patient, you have gone to, for example, like a Kenyatta hospital, your record is put over there, and your medical record, your history, your dose. For example, if you're a diabetic patient, for example, a type 1, if I go to Kenyatta, I'll be told, oh, you are sick, you're supposed to use insulin, Humulin R and N. But if you go to a different hospital, you are told maybe use something like Actrapid and Insulatad. So that's why we are trying to solve. When you put the record in an EHR, the doctor from, for example, Nairobi Hospital is going to see what the doctor from Kenyatta has written. For example, if you are taking Actrapid like 10 units and Insulatad 4 units, so the doctor is not going to change the record. And what? Oh, God. All right. Okay. So our problem was loss of data, duplication, mismanagement of a patient, maybe. Okay. So one of the disadvantages can be like line listing. When you go to a new hospital and you have to register again, instead we have a EHR. When you go to a new hospital, there is records of what your patient has. If he was a type 1 or a type 2 diabetic, you don't have to register the patient again. And what else? So our EHR has a part where there is a patient part and the medic's part. So the medic is the one who's going to register a patient instead of the patient to register themselves. So when you register a patient, you're able to put the location, where you're from, when was your last visit. Yeah.
That's it. Time's up. And when I said that it was going to be time, I don't know if you can. When I say it was going to be time, I wasn't lying, right? So now the judges have 6 minutes to ask their question and put it in. So that means each one of you will also time to 1 minute.
Thank you. How do you make money out of this?
How we make money out of it is that how we make money out of it. So for a patient, you need to visit a new hospital so that your records are checked through online. So all right.
You mentioned that the health records, will the client have access to those records?
If you want to have access to the records, you have to go to the hospital so that you can get the record, since not everyone is online. So if you say that you Google it from online, you won't be able to see the record, and it's going to be like a malicious activities for people to tamper with the results. Maybe if they don't want to go to the next clinic and use such medicine.
And how will you share data between different health facilities, health providers?
Pardon?
If I go to Kenyatta Hospital,
Yes.
you have my data there, right?
Yes.
Next time, if I'm to go to a different hospital, will that second hospital be able to have access to my medical records?
Yes.
And then how will that happen?
It will be like an online app. It works like a EMR, the electronic medical record, where when you log in, you're able to search for the patient, and you're able to see, you have to specify which hospital the patient was from. If the patient was from Kenyatta, you have to specify. Then when you search, you're able to see the details of the patient.
First of all, relax. Be calm. So following on to what Kathy has asked, you created a solution, right? Yeah. Who was your customer for that solution? Is it the patient? Is it the hospital? Who is your customer?
The patient.
Okay.
Yes.
So with that in mind, how will the patient pay for your solution?
When you go for a clinic, you always pay for a consultation fee.
Okay.
Yeah, so instead of you paying for the consultation fee, you decide to go to the venue where you say, my record is in the EHR, so you pay for to go straight to the EHR record instead of going to pay for the consultation. Okay, when you go to the consultation, you explain that your details is in the EHR, so you don't have to go and register again, because when you're sick, you go and open a file. And when you open a file, it means you're supposed to pay money so that your file should be opened. So if you've been in the EHR once, you don't have to pay again.
Okay. Last question. Have you thought around the policies and legislation between public sector, private sector, and that data portability? So, just you don't have to answer, but yeah, just a thought.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So thank you so much, Medimind. My question is around how you intend on bringing in old data, because now that you're bringing in an electronic solution, what happens to my information that was in those papers? Does your solution try and bring in now that old data? And then the second thing is, now that this is electronic, have you thought around privacy? Can anyone just be able to access this information, given that health data is quite sensitive?
Right. So not everyone is able to access the data. We have an admin part who is the only one who is able to access the data. A patient can access the data, but you can't be able to edit, delete, add anything else. Yeah. And
The old records?
the old records we were planning on, it's not easy to find someone who has their old record from 2013, 2014. So unless we... Okay.
So thank you, and congratulations for coming this far.
Thank you.
What is the future of your system? Any new features you plan of introducing to your system?
Yes, a billing option, since some people are in the insurance. So if you don't have money, you can use your insurance to cater for, instead of paying for being registered again in the EHR with cash, you can use your insurance. Yes.
Okay, thank you. That's a good presentation. How different will your solution be from what else is available in the market that would make someone want to take it?
Currently, we have an EMR that is used in most private sectors, but not any other facility can access the EMR. But with us, you can be able to access the EHR, which you are able to see the patient's record regarding to which hospital they are in.
Good to go. All right. Wow, you guys were on time. Is that the judges? Awesome, right? Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, brave soul over here. Wanted to go first, right? Give her a round of applause. All right, Team Ruby, you are up next. Let me know who's pitching. Is it just one or all of you? Okay.
Hello everyone, my name is Lucy Mutunga. I'm from Dedan Kimathi University of Technology, and this is my team. We are Team Ruby. Our project is about Jumbo Care Translator application, and we got the inspiration from one of our members who had an experience with her grandma. She can tell us about it.
Yeah, there's a time my grandma had to travel from Ushago, from the village to town, and unfortunately she fell sick. The house girl we had was not from Kenya, so communicating a local language to help the doctor understand what my grandma was saying was tough. So she had now to find a way to call us from where we are to get a way that we can get our grandma back to Shago where she could get the quick help that she needed. So that was so risky, of which she needed an emergency treatment. And that's the story I shared with my team, and that's how we came up with our Jumbo Care.
Thank you, Mel. That is not only unique to Mel's grandma. It is a problem experienced in Kenya since we have a diverse population of linguistic and cultural differences. And for effective healthcare service delivery, we have to have communication between the healthcare provider and the healthcare service. But then this can be a challenge whereby both don't have a common language of communication, and this is where Jumbo Care Translator application comes in. This translator is just not any other translator. It is not like the existing translators. Why? Because it is trained on local dialects. It can translate English to Kikuyu and vice versa. It creates an interface of whereby those who can't type can speak, those who can't speak can type through the speech to text and text to speech feature. Also, you might be wondering how will it be cost generating, or it's just charity work or for free? No. Okay, how we are going to do it? If we get the chance to get to the market, first we are going to take it as a freemium model, whereby during the adoption stage we will give it for free, but then as we gather more information and experiences, we are going to decide on the subscription fee for NGOs and hospitals. And also how we are going to market it. We are going to use social media, which is popular, and word of mouth. We use the health workers themselves, because this is our target audience. So the health workers will communicate to their patients, and also radio programs, since they are popular in marginalized communities. And yeah, that's how we're going to market it. And what's the future of Jumbo Care Translator application? So we are intending to integrate more features such as
I did give you a 1-minute warning. I was all the way in the back. Thank you so much. And now I'm going to hand it over to Kathy. We'll start with Dr. Jacob first. Okay. Oh, go, Mike. Okay. All right, let's get going.
Yeah, so thank you for the nice presentation. I wanted to find out, you mentioned that you wanted to use a freemium model to push the application to market. What do you consider to be your biggest success factor? Because for you, you'll build your business model after the free model. What do you think would be what would drive users to start taking up your application when you enter the market? Because I mean, healthcare workers have been attending to patients with these language issues for a long time. What do you call that ingredient that would make the market take up your application?
The problem of language barriers is what you're trying to solve. So everyone wants to do things faster. So this one will help in, you see, when you can come into an agreement, you can deal with that problem in a quick way. For example, a doctor is coming from Cuba and he is attending to a patient in, let's say, Mandera. You see, there has to be a person to translate for them. But now our application will make it easier. Who will not want to use it, like to finish their business?
So thank you for your presentation. in which other areas can we apply these other than healthcare? In which other areas can we apply your application other than healthcare?
We can apply our application in hospitality and tourism sector, where we have people who travel from outside Kenya to Masai Mara. You'd like to have people who come from other countries. So we have tourism sector. We have people who offer services like delivery. Those people still have an issue. Like delivery is now growing, and you have someone who comes from another place to deliver you something. You need to communicate with that person. Yeah, so it's supposed to be used in many businesses. So we are looking onto that too.
Okay, thank you so much for your presentation, which was great. Mine is around the fact that Kenya is one of those unique countries that has how many tribes again? 40 something. And even within the tribes, there are so many dialects. So I don't know how are you planning to ensure that all these tribes are included? Are there those tribes you want to prioritize? And maybe just like how will you include all of those 40 tribes in your application?
Okay, thank you for your question. This is an area we are working on. It is work in progress. So we start with the common languages, like the most spoken, the Kikuyu, Kalenjin, Somali, and we are going to work on training the model on medical terms so that it suits the target market.
So very well presented. Well done for getting up to here. I'll throw some challenging questions. Because you're looking at health in that translation, I hope you're cognizant that there are some words in health that don't cut across, like there's no local term. So let me give you an example. What's cancer in your language, in your mother tongue? Just one example, and that's one condition. What's cancer in your mother tongue?
Cancer.
Yeah, so basically think around you will need a strong health communicator, but also we've come across some other challenges when we work in local situations. So that translation is very critical. Malaria in Kikamba is the same as fever. Ndetema is, and I'm not Kamba, it's just that I've worked in the sector. So just be cognizant that there'll be challenges around that in terms of mother tongue to English or Swahili. I'm assuming that's where we're translating. So when you're crafting your solution better or tightening it, there are some words that cut across in health, which is very weird. The other thing I wanted to throw at you is what challenges have you already anticipated and how you've remedied them. And I'm looking at this, for example, with solutions that are already in existence, right? We have something called Google Translate, you know of it? Yeah, so how do you pitch yourself against the existing solutions? Thanks.
Okay, so how do we say it? Advance or better ourselves from the existing solutions. Like Mel had already said, we are trying to specialize it with medical terms more, and the fact that there are a lot of similar language dialects that have the same meaning. We're trying to find a way to break it down so that it can be able to predict based on the logic that the patient has communicated with. Yeah.
Or to add on it, our app works on real time, like it's like you are communicating one-on-one, other than other translators that are available.
Didn't do so well this time around with time management, but so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take I'm going to take the judges out to a deliberation. You guys can stay here along with the rest of you, and Lydia will continue along with the program. She will entertain you guys. So while I go with the judges.
Wow. Whew. Hey, that was, congratulations to all the teams. That was not easy to pitch. Wow. Maybe one day we will have an app to interpret doctors' handwritings. All right. As the judges go out to deliberate on which team is going to win today, I want to present to you the other teams that participated in Game of Learners Season 4. And if you're here, I want to hear you appreciate your team. You guys were collaborating online. You had never, by the way, they had never met, they met each other today. I don't know if that's clicking. This was a virtual hackathon. So you're working every day with people you have never seen. You've just been put in a team and told this is a challenge. You have Microsoft Teams, you have internet, you have a laptop or a phone. It's up to you to decide what time works for you, meet, learn, and come up with a solution. That is not easy. And I have to say the skills that these teams have learned are skills that are going to help them in their career and even in their school life. Let us appreciate the teams. Do we have Team Afya Tech? Don't raise your hand. I want to hear you shout. That is Team Afya Tech, and the captain is Collins. Collins, are you here? Awesome. The other team is Team Health Verse. Congratulations. That is what I want to hear. And I have to say something about the team captain, Castro. Before I started working at the garage, I used to work with Ruth for ecosystem engagement, and I was there in the past Game of Learners seasons. And Castro has participated in 2 other Game of Learners seasons. Yes, and that is what we call grit. He learned and he said, I will come back and I'll come back, and he's improving each season. And for you, this is not the end. You still have time to continue working on your project, pitch it to Imagine Cup globally, learn, get feedback, continue iterating. Thank you, Team Healthverse. The other one, Team Circuit Squad. Are you here? Stand up, shout, say something. The guy just said, whoa. We have Team Doc AI. Are you here? Awesome, Doc AI. That's a cool name. I guess your application had something to do with artificial intelligence. Amazing, amazing. The other team is Team Exquisite. Team Exquisite, I see you there looking very nice in your t-shirts. Thank you for being here. Team Brainiacs. Welcome, Team Brainiacs. And I can tell we have some people from Nigeria on this team, right? Were you the only one from Kenya? Wow. Yeah, and I know other teams where we had people from other countries, and I can only imagine how you are managing the time difference, sometimes internet connectivity. Well done. Team Health Bridge. Maybe I have a prize for the team that shouts the loudest. You never know, you never know. Thank you, Team Health Bridge. And Olive, are you here? Awesome, good to see you. Okay. Team Medic Marvs. Team Medic Mavs and Corinne. Is the team lead here? Awesome, good to see you. Team Medimind, we've already seen. Wow, you have really represented your team very well. Well done. Some of us would have fainted. Well done. That was amazing. Team Immunify. Where are you? Oh, yeah, we have a representative. Okay. Team Mavericks. Yeah. That's amazing. We have Team Ruby once more. Okay. An announcement. We have some students from Precious Blood. Can we appreciate these high school kids? Please stand up. Stand up. Did you get a chance to see their project? Yes. Wasn't that amazing? Yes. And I hope once you go to college, to uni, you'll be part of Game of Learners, yeah? Yes, your teacher says it's time to go. Thank you so much for coming today. Come, wait. Let's hear your names at least. Please. Thank you. Come. I would have wished for them to stay longer, but there's a cocktail hour. And tell us your name and the class you are in, okay?
Hi, I'm Lynette Waithera. I'm in Form 4.
Hi, I'm Sharon Wamboy. I'm in Form 4 at Precious Blood.
Hi, everyone. I'm Joy Kamunya. I'm a fourth former as well.
Hello, I'm Fiona Nkatha from Precious Blood, Form 4.
Wow, thank you so much, ladies, for being with us today. And I cannot wait to host you at the garage and see more innovations from your school. Thank you. All right, the next team, I don't know if I'm going to butcher your name. Team Vincer. Is that Italian? Okay, what's the name?
Vincere. Meaning? Victors.
In which language? Spanish. Victors. How many of you are here? Yes, you are victors. By the way, I said I still have three other winners that I'm going to be announcing today. All right, the other team is is that Vitals? Yes, Team Vitals. Yes. Great, thank you. And I know, you might think because you came from Nairobi, our sponsors and partners, some people came all the way from Mombasa, Nyeri, Kisumu, Rongai. Thank you all for being here. Okay, we have Team Care Circle. Anyone from the team? Amazing, thank you so much for being here. Then, last but not least, we have Team X. So, do we have anyone from Team X? Because we didn't get anyone's photos. Please, if you're from Team X. The name is valid. Okay. Team X, anyone? Seriously. Guys, it's okay. Maybe we didn't get the photo in time. Team X, no one is here. Find X. That's a good one. Yeah, but I promise you, they submitted a project. Yeah, do you have the coach for Team X? The coach. Who is the coach? X. We can't find X. we can see them. We have some people from Kenya. Some of these names are Kenya. Okay, no worries. No one is here from Team X, but we appreciate you. Maybe you're following us online. Leave a comment. Let us know you are with us today. All right, now, Game of Learners Season 4. It was not an easy journey. It started on the 3rd of March with pre-season trainings. And this is where the participants started learning team dynamics, design thinking, Azure fundamentals, and some of these students are not computer science students. I know in previous seasons we've had a lawyer. Who here is not a computer science student? What are you studying? Medicine. And you? Geospatial engineering. That's amazing. Another person? Mechatronics engineering. Do you have anyone studying art? Any other discipline that is not STEM related? What are you studying? Mechatronics. We've had students who are lawyers participating in Game of Learners. All we need is your curiosity. Some students got to learn about AI and Azure during the pre-season training. And you need to learn and apply those learnings. So after the training, we started with the theme introduction in the first week, the first sprint, where the challenge was introduced. And then we went into the first submission. So they were working every week, they had to submit something. You are using DevOps, right? You are using GitHub, yes. So every week they had to present something. They were working round the clock and they had to submit every week. And we tried to make some weeks to be entertaining and fun. And we had Spirit Week. Spirit Week is where we have themed weeks. Like you have, what did you have? Did you have Fun Fridays? What did you do during Spirit Week? The first time I had Spirit Week, being African, I was very confused. But Spirit Week is a themed week where every day represents a theme. We have that on social media where we have flashback, throwback Thursdays, all those things. Did you have flashback Fridays for Game of Learners? Okay, but I'm sure you had some exciting activities. All right, then we had every week you continued submitting until we went to the judging period, and there were 7 rounds of judging. And it was not an easy task for the judges. Until today, on the 28th of April, we're having the season finale. So you can see the journey. It requires commitment and going out of your comfort zone, a lot of learning, and even working with people you've never met before. Congratulations to all the participants for that. As I was starting, I had mentioned there is going to be a surprise. And this is the time for the surprise. Do we have the 2 finalists here? Team Ruby and Team Medimind, are you here? Okay, I have a surprise for you, and I would like to welcome Sheila from PSI and Kitawa from AMREF to come and tell us what the 2 partners are going to give to the finalists. I'll start with Sheila.
Hi, everybody. It's such a pleasure to see all the teams having participated in these 5 weeks. It's been a journey that we started together, and it's quite inspiring to see the transformational work that you guys are doing. This is a journey that is just starting. Don't leave it here. So I am standing here representing Population Services International. We also have our colleagues here. And what I have to present to the cohort, Season 4 cohort, is an opportunity that will be exciting for you. So for a period of 6 months, we will offer opportunities for internship for some of you represented here, the 80 students of you. So we will identify. Yes, we will identify like the individuals. Now it's not gonna be like a team. Now you're gonna go at it alone, you know? And we are gonna look at what have you picked up from this experience, both technically, both soft, from the soft aspect. And what we are looking at is have that interest, just a simple interest to understand what we do in digital health and how your contribution can help in driving that future forward. Thank you.
Kitao, okay, you here?
Good evening. So my name is Kitawa. I am leading innovations at Amref Health Innovations. I hope I look like I'm innovative because I don't think I am most times. But really excited to see the ideas that were presented today. I hope we can get a recording to watch the others that we didn't see, because I think for us as Amref Health Innovations, our strategies around digital and data for health and helping innovation scale in the real world. So for the 2 finalists, we'll be offering 3 months of technical assistance and support. So giving them office hours with our experts and being able to actually have them pitch to our wider team and see opportunities. And if you're here and you think you have something for us, we are always open to hearing your pitches. So reach out and pitch to us anytime. Some of the opportunities that we give to innovations that we work with is for summits that we attend, for entrepreneurs, for health. We always offer and pay for you to participate in those. So as long as you're in our network, please feel free to use them because we'll always remember you. But congratulations and looking forward to hearing more. Thanks.
Thank you. Isn't that exciting? Thank you so much. It's going to be quite interesting. And I wish you all the best as you interview for these positions. For the teams here, you might be wondering, was I part of the runners-up? What happened? And this is how the playoffs were. We started with the first division. If you follow sports, if I was told to support Arsenal. I don't know. If I really don't know much about sports, but I like watching the fans enjoy. So it started with, you can see the round 1. Team Afiatex, Care Circle, Circuit Squad, Health Bridge, Medivac, and Ruby, Vincer, and Vitals, you were all in one. And then you see the teams that went to round 2. Round 3, we had Circuit Squad versus Ruby, and Ruby won. And that is how Ruby ended up in the finalist section. Then in the other division, we had these other teams. As you can see, Team Immunify, you were part of the runners-up, and Team Health Verse. And that is how we ended up with Team Medimind as the winner. So that is how the playoffs were for Game of Learners Season 4. And for each round, we had judges. We had, I don't know, 3 to 5 judges for each round. It was not an easy job for the judges. So we were reviewing what you had posted on DevPost, the videos you had posted, and the write-ups and the code. We had to make sure that everything is there, and I had shown you what the rubric is. Did you make something? The viability, we were checking what the customer focus and all those things. And if you'd like to get feedback, the judges can provide feedback for you to continue working. We knew that 5 weeks is not a long time to work on a project, but you have time to continue working. You've built networks here, and I hope this is not the end, right? Yes, continue working on this amazing project, and you still have an opportunity to resubmit them in other competitions and other hackathons, and we are all here to support you. I had mentioned that there are other winning categories, and we have 3 other categories. We have the MS Learn Challenge, and what this means is you are all given access to Microsoft Learn, which is a free learning platform. And as you learn and complete a learning module, you get points, right? So the team that gathered the most points on MS Learn is the team that won the MS Learn Challenge. These are the learners. The learners champions. We'll see who they are. The other category is the best media presence. We were posting, you were taking videos of yourselves, photos of yourselves, and sending to us to create the Game of Learners documentaries. And the team that had the best is going to win the best media presence. And the best meant if you kept time. If you are posting your videos on time, sending your photos on time, and collaborating well as a team, you'll be able to win the best media presence. So this one requires a lot of collaboration and great teamwork for you to win that. Then we have the People's Choice. On DevPost, people were able to view your project and voting on the projects that they like. So the team that had the most likes on DevPost, and today, during the science fair, you all had stars, right? You all had stickers, yeah? And you are putting the stickers on the team you liked most. So the team that got the most stickers and stars today and the most votes online is going to win the People's Choice Award, which is an amazing, amazing award. Now, I'll start with the learners, the Microsoft Learn. I don't know who they are. I hope you're here. If it's Team X, we still clap for them, yeah? So I'm going to open this up. Okay. Wow. The team that won the MS Learn Challenge. Drum rolls, please. The team that embraced the learning mindset is Team Oh no! Team Doc AI. Come in front, come in front. And, oh, we have one representative. I would like to call Dr. George from Kenyatta University. Dr. George? Yes, Dr. George will be presenting the award. There will be other awards that will be communicated to you. Right now, I would like Dr. George to present this trophy to you. All right, thank you. The next, the media presence, the most collaborative team today. Let's see. Could you actually see? You got me there. I was trying to be dramatic, yeah? Okay, the team that won the best media presence. Let's see. You can't see, right? So you can create some tension. Ooh. You can see. Okay, I know who they are. If you've seen stand up, have you? Man, it's well, anyway, the team that won the best media presence, you have not seen. Okay, no worries. Okay. Clearly, I need to learn how to do this better. All right, Team Health Bridge. Come in front, come in front. And the person who is going to present their award to them today, Best Media Presence, is again, we have Kitawa from Amref. Congratulations. There will be other prizes that you will receive, like LinkedIn Learning vouchers and mentorship. We'll tell you what else you have won, right? We'll send you an email on that. This one you will not see, I promise. The People's Choice one. Yes. I know you know the team that you voted for and you're hoping that they win, right? Now, the People's Choice winner for this year's Game of Learners, how come you could see? I still don't get it. Okay. Can you? Oh, you could see it in the. I need to come and see. Can you see? No worries. Wow. Now, this is where I get you now. You have no idea, right? The People's Choice Award. Can I get some drum rolls? More drum rolls. The team that won the people's hearts today in Game of Learners Season 4. The People's Choice winner is Team Afia Tech. Come in front. And the person who is going to gift the team is Sheila from PSI. Yes, we will be announcing, we will be letting you know what more you have won today. Whew, it's raining, right? It's not time to go home. Yeah, it's still raining. And we don't play in the rain, right? So now I want to make it fun. I want us to enjoy a little bit. Game of Learners is for young people. We are all young. And I want us to get participants from every team in front. Can I get a representative from every team? A representative. I just want a live I'm not telling you what you're competing for. I want the most courageous person from every team to come here. Team. Okay. Yes, we have Castro. Okay. Please, all the teams, can I get a representative here? Okay. And there's no sitting down when I tell you what the challenge is, okay? It's going to be... Can we get a representative from Microsoft? One of the volunteers. It's going to be fun, I promise you. Someone from Microsoft, someone from our partners. Anyone from PSI? Okay. Someone from AMREF. Priscilla. You have been volunteered. You have been volunteered. Okay. Awesome. We have, who is not represented? Whose organization is not represented? JQuat. Someone from JQuat. KU. I want to give you the challenge, yeah? If you sit down, you lose. Okay. Now, it's going to be... a dance competition. DJ, are we ready? Just for a minute. Come, there's no wrong or right dance. Just enjoy yourselves. Okay, okay? If you're not comfortable, come on, let's have fun. Okay. Guys, start. Why are you looking at each other?
Peut tout simplement avoir un petit dépôt. Par exemple, une personne des ressources.
Which song do you want? Any song is good. Okay, let's go. Yes. Your style. Shuffle. Just dance. Team Exquisite. Health Bridge to kanisa. Nice. We need a faster song. Okay. Yes, it's almost over. Guys, are you seeing who is going to win this competition? Hey, Castro. AKU is being represented very well. Jayquat and Strathmore. Well done. Yay! Thank you. So who is the winner? Sheila is the winner. Because we are streaming live, there are so many songs we cannot play because of copyright. But I wanted you to have fun. Sheila, the winner of our dance competition, will get you a gift. Thank you so much. I hope now the judges are ready to come in. At least you've stretched your legs. Thank you for representing your teams bravely and not fearing anything. All right, as we wait for the judges, I would like to welcome Castro. It's not another dance, I promise. So Castro, I want to ask you something. What made you come back in this Game of Learners season, and what have you learned so far?
Hi, everyone. Am I audible enough? My name is Castro Mbidi, and I was the team captain for Team Healthverse. So this is what happened. A few years ago, that is, I think 2 years ago, I participated in Game of Learners Season 2 as a team captain, and what happened there? Only me, Ruth, and Lydia know. I don't know whether Ayan is here. She was. So this is what happened. I had a team of 5 teammates, 4 plus me. And in the third week, I had no team. And I believe the problem was not me, and the problem was not them. We were the problem as a team. And I remember I wrote an article about how I failed as a Joel team lead. And last year when I came here, Ayan was like, Castro, I saw your article, but are you aware that you did not fail, but it's the team that failed? And I was like, if I did not fail, why can't I come back again to the program? Because for you to be a participant and for you to be someone that cannot participate again in future, you have to go all the way to the end and then out of the system as a team lead. So for me, it was like I did not participate. So last year, I remember there was some mentorship program that we had for the students that are not ambassadors, and it was being led by Julia. So I asked Julia, can I still participate in this? And she was like, oh yeah, you can participate. So what happened was, there was another hackathon, that is the GOL exhibition. This one normally happens after the main Game of Learners. So I was like, I want to participate in this because, first, I failed in GOL with my team, season 2, and what I was using to manage my team back then might be a poor management model that maybe might have led to the team to fail. So I said, I'm going to challenge myself this time around and participate in Game of Learners exhibition. So I took the challenge and I got a team of 4 teammates. So we went all the way through. It was the theme for the Game of Learners exhibition was more of education. So we went all the way through to the very end, and we did not win, but I was happy. Like, I felt very happy that I finished this time around the race. And I was excited about the next, maybe, outcome that might come from that program that I'd maybe participated in. So what happened was, this time around, I was at least more equipped with knowledge and skills on how to manage my team. There are some tools that I was using in 2021 that if I used them well, I would have managed my team in the right manner. So another thing that I forgot to mention is this. In 2021, as I was managing my team, it's so sad to say, but I didn't know how to code. And I remember during the 4th week, Ayan was like, your team left you as a team captain. The next action to take is do the project yourself. And I was like, no, this is not something that I can manage. I did not tell Ayan that I cannot code. I had very low self-esteem, and I was like, no, I can't do this on my own. And I remember the response I gave Ayan, even to date, she remembers, because I was rude to Ayan, and I didn't feel like what I did was right. And I remember during the article that I wrote, I apologized to everyone for my deeds and what my team had caused. So fast forward to 2022, we did the Game of Learners exhibition. We did not win, of course, but like I said, I was very happy that at least a team that I've led has gone to the very end of the program. Now this year, when they announced that we are going to have Game of Learners season 4, I was like, can I apply for this? And yes, I applied. So what happened was I didn't have hopes of being brought in back to the program because I knew what I did was wrong. And like, if it were you, Castro has applied to a program in your organization, definitely you won't give him an opportunity. But one thing with Microsoft is they care for all, and that's why I was brought in back again to the program. So this time around, I had learned a lot of stuff, and at least I had upskilled. I remember during the article that I wrote, I had mentioned that Game of Learners is an opportunity for you to learn. I did not know anything back then, but I was challenged to learn, upskill, and get more skills. And after I learned and gained more knowledge, skills, how to manage the teams, I applied, and I was surprised when Beldin called me after 5 days, and she was like, we want you to participate in Game of Learners Season 4 because we believe that you can still do it and at least make your team go somewhere. And for me, Game of Learners Season 4, I have not won anything, but my team has won because I have pushed all the way to the very end. And I'm very happy, very, very happy and proud of you guys. Plus, Kabwe, wherever you are in South Africa, I'm sure you're watching this. Samuel, wherever you are in Nigeria, I'm sure you guys are watching this. I'm proud of you guys, and we are winners because I have made it this far. And you guys, next year but one, you can participate as team leads. I'm proud of you guys.
Wow, 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 wow. It takes a strong person to admit when they are wrong and to want to learn. Thank you so much, Castro, for sharing your story. And for all of you, as you've heard, there's still a chance for you to come back. And we hope to see you back in the next seasons. Thank you so much for that. Now, I had mentioned that it's not easy to judge. Judges, while you were away, we had a dance competition. We announced other winners. We were anxiously waiting for you. We are so glad that you're back and we have a winner. My heart. Now, the winner is going to get some amazing, amazing awards from Microsoft Africa Development Center, LinkedIn Learning vouchers, and mentorship from our one and only ADC Managing Director, Kathy Muraga. The winner is going to get mentorship from PSI and AMREF. A lot of learnings will go into that. The winner is also going to get a winner's badge. You can post that on LinkedIn and we will all congratulate you. They're also going to get Microsoft certification vouchers on different products like Azure, AI, and continue learning. You get an opportunity to interview with Microsoft, PSI, AMREF, and other partners, and you will be coached, you'll be given tips and tricks and materials that you can use to learn and improve your skills. And you get coaching from the garage. We will coach you how to pitch in front of different sponsors because different sponsors usually look for different things. We will help you learn how to do that. We will get that coaching from the garage and an opportunity for project sponsorship, meaning we will put you in front of multiple sponsors so that you get an opportunity to pitch your idea and get sponsorship. Isn't that amazing? And the winner is, well, I'm kidding. I was not going to announce the winner like that. You're waiting for that. I'm going to invite Ruth Farland to come and announce the winner of Game of Learner Season 4.
We have a winner, and we have to do it. What?
If you say it here in front, they will see. Because
They will
I
see.
don't know how, but they could see. So you just have to. Yes.
All right, all right.
Yeah, behind them.
Behind here? Like right here?
Like here.
Oh.
I think because of the light.
Oh, because of the
And
light.
the writings are very big.
Okay.
So put it down here.
Oh, right down here. Okay. And the winner. And the winner is. Drum roll! Team Ruby, where are you? Come on down. Team Ruby is we're gonna hand them. So this is actually we developed this this trophy here at the garage. We made this. This actually rotates. So you plug it into a power, and this will rotate with lights. So this is going to be in the we don't have that. We don't have a plug over here, but it's going to be at the garage. And for those of you that come and visit, you'll get to see the different winners for every season of the Game of Learners. So with that, you can actually lift this. It's not that heavy. And team, come on over here.
So will you receive as a team or?
Yes, you receive as a team.
So here you are.
Okay, who is going to speak? Team captain?
A learning process. It was not that smooth. It was not a walk in the park. So we had exams, and we were juggling between exams and this challenge. I could call them and tell them, wait, I'm in con exam. Come, let's have the meeting and do this. And as a team, through the support of our coaches, Shimani, Coach Shimani and Cindy, we were able to do this, and we are so grateful. I don't have even the words to say.
Hello, everyone. So I think it was on which date? I think I was having exams. I was also having a fourth year project to work on. I was also having a client's work that I was supposed to finish, and I also had this project. And I remember Lucy calling me and telling me we need to work on this, and she inspired me, and I told her, let's win this. I missed to win, and I think we have it, yeah.
Hi guys. Okay, I'm so happy and I feel so emotional, but I just need to share with you how the reason why I feel this emotional. I'm learning at ALX right now, and the Nini is marathon. So from working from university, you are doing the task at university, you are doing the ALX program. I'm a mom, and I'm also hustling to support the baby. So it was tough. And I managed. Yeah, so that's why I feel this emotional, but it's good. I'm so happy.
Hi, everyone. I'm also speechless. I can never forget Lucy calling me on 27th of March to join. And then when I looked up Joel, it had started on 13th. On 13th.
A week, 2 weeks late.
Yes. So I was wondering, like, you want me to join a team? I was the last one to join the team. So I was like, I don't know anything. They already had the project, so it was so hard for me to keep up. And the fact that I was building the front end part of it, it was so challenging for me because I'm also in an attachment, and I also had fourth year project. I've not even finished it because of juggling exams and GOL and attachment. So I am so happy because I never thought that I would ever reach here. So yes.
Tell your grandma she enabled this. Yes, this is for grandma. Thank you so much. You can have your seat. Whew, that's it, guys. Wow, 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 wow. We made it. We made it. Thank you, everyone, for being here with us today. It has been an amazing session, very memorable. Congratulations to all the winners and all the teams. It was not easy. Having a project that you submitted that is already winning. You are all winners. Congratulations for that. And now, we are going to have some fun, some music, get a chance to network, and let's go and have a happy hour and network. Thank you, everyone. And Game of Learners Season 4 is officially closed. It's officially over. Now it's a wrap.
For those of you, we have food, beverages, drinks, all of that in the terrace, please. So let's go over there, and you get to have some drinks and some picky foods.